Welcome to Canada Immigration Questions and Answers channel. This is where you get information about different types of ways to move and stay in Canada without problem. If you like our content, kindly press subscribe button. You can also hit the like button and press notification bell so that you be notified whenever we drop a new video. The question we are going to answer today is as follows. My study permit for Canada got rejected. How can I get it approved if I apply again? Reapply with stronger papers and proper justification for your application. I had applied for my student visa to come to Canada for my studies in July of 2017 for the fall program, which was to start in September. But my application got refused by the Canadian High Commission on the 8th of August, making it really difficult for me to join my institute as I had just about 3 weeks left for the classes to start and inform my institute about joining the program. At that time, the average processing time for a student visa from India was about 7 weeks. I also needed to decide within those 3 weeks about withdrawing my fees from the college, as I had submitted my entire first year fees initially, because if I didn't, I would have lost major chunk of my fees if I informed my institute after the program started. But I decided to take a chance and reapplied for the visa again on 11th of August. This time in paper through VFS, first time I applied online. I kept on following up with the embassy for next 3 weeks through emails, even by going to the embassy in Delhi, which was of no use because they don't entertain anyone there, but did not get any definitive answer. It was the 31st of August, the day when I needed to take a firm decision about cancelling my admission. I followed up with Visa Application Centre again about the status of my passport, but they had nothing to say. Now came the 1st of September, the day when I had decided to withdraw my fees and admission from the college. But first I went to the Visa Application Centre, VFS New Delhi, instead, because of the time difference I was 12 hours ahead of Canada, just to find out the status of my passport before I would actually inform my institute about withdrawing from my program, but still, I could get nothing there. I hung tight. I could have given up, but there was a little ray of hope that kept my motivations alive. I kept waiting at the application centre. Time was passing by, but I didn't get any news from the centre. VFS was about to close for the day. Just then I asked the lady at the counter to check the status of my passport once again, and there it was. She said my passport had arrived at the centre from the embassy and I would get it in the next hour or so. The excitement levels went soaring high, but still there was much skepticism as to what the status of the visa would be. And then finally, my passport was handed over to me. With trembling hands, I opened the envelope and took out my passport, and there it was, my visa to this beautiful country. Now, the things to keep in mind if you have to reapply. 1. Make a very strong cover letter. My reason for rejection was that my future studies didn't correspond to my previous studies. So you have to prepare a very strong letter to justify why you're choosing that program now and what would you want to gain out of it. How would it help you shape your career as opposed to your previous studies? Or if your visa was rejected for any other reason, prepare a new application with a very strong justification for it. 2. Show your ties to your home country very clearly and that you will come back to your home country after the end of the program. 3. Have your finances very clearly mentioned. How much money or sources of money you have to pay your fees and sustain in Canada. 4. Don't really give much importance to what these study overseas consultants say, because I went to one such office asking for help as to what I should do to reapply and how will I get my visa. They said you won't because it is impossible with your study background to get a study permit for the program I was coming for. They started selling themselves that I should sign up with them and they will help me reapply for a different program for the next intake. Bullshit. 5. If you have very less time left to reapply, get your medical tests done in advance and send its receipt along with your visa application. 6. Attach a letter stating that your application is very urgent, again if you have very less time left like in my case. 7. Keep following up with the embassy through email and with VFS as well. They might or might not be able to help you, but don't give up. 8. And again, lastly, don't give up and never lose hope. I kind of did to some extent and started looking for other avenues, but then magic happened. Literally, it was magical to get my visa at the very last moment. It's not like if I hadn't come to Canada, I wouldn't have been able to do anything else in India. It's just the fact that you put in so much effort and money into it that it discourages you a lot. And on top that, if people around you get to know that you applied for a visa and it got rejected, you know how they might bitch about you. Anyway, it's not the end of the world. India, or any other country for that matter, might have a lot to offer as well. Just keep trying and stay positive in your attitude. Cheers! We have come to the end of this episode of Canada Immigration Questions and Answers. If you have any question for us, kindly drop it at the comments section. We will answer your questions in our next video. You can also watch other videos that answer numerous questions about migration to Canada in this channel. Kindly like this video, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever we drop a new video. Thank you so much.